on Solar News Channel.
The first week of July has been proclaimed as National Corporate Social Responsibility Week. The League of Corporate Foundations spearheads the CSR Expo set next month. And to tell us more about this, we invited in the studio LCF Vice Chair Ricky De Castro. And good morning to you and welcome to Solar, sir.
Good morning, Amelin. It's an honor to be here, and I'm here representing the League of Corporate Foundations. And we will be having this, what we call CSR Expo on July 4 and 5 that will be held in the SMX Convention Center. And this will be a gathering of corporations, corporate foundations. The League of Corporate Foundations is actually an organization composed of the biggest corporate foundations in the country. I myself represent Team Energy Corporation, Team Energy Foundation. And we do this every year to showcase corporate social responsibility programs that we do in partnership with various stakeholders, including the government.
So the LCF was established in 1991. So this will be your pang-ilang expo?
So this will be actually the 12th Expo. 12th Expo. No? About we've been in existence for the past 15 years, and we've tackled various topics that actually relates to poverty alleviation. The League of Corporate Foundations actually has 5 committees working. And we're focusing on environment, health. We also have arts and culture. We also have, well, basically, these are the major committees that enterprise development is also one of them.
I understand the LCF also gives helps companies who wish to create their own CSR team or who wish to create their foundations. What do you say to them? Should a company be big enough to start a foundation, or can a SME have their own foundation as well?
Well, actually, the size doesn't really matter. So the essence actually of the League of Corporate Foundations is that we have what we call a CSR Institute, and this institute that trains corporate foundations or companies who are doing CSR. It may be a big company, or it may be a small SME or a backyard industry, and we teach them CSR 101, how to manage your resources when you're doing your business. At the same time, you're also helping the community where you're doing your business in. Basically, CSR is already, we're trying to promote it as part of the operations of a company. It should be part of the DNA of a company, and it should not be it should not be an extra cost. Rather, it should help in giving you incremental income.
What do you tell these companies who wish to start a foundation? What advocacy should they get into?
Well, in every organization or corporation, for that matter, have their own type of business. Like, for example, in our case, we're in power generation. So our focus is in rural electrification. Now, the other big foundations, for example, in the foundation, like Jollibee Foundation, SM Foundation, San Miguel Foundation, they actually work, for example, with farmers in the areas where they're operating to get produce to sell in their shops or to use in the restaurants that they're running. So it's basically trying to integrate what's in the environment, and what the company is doing, and it contributes actually to the bottom line if you look at it. Although that's not a major purpose of doing corporate social responsibility, which will bring me to the theme of the CSR Expo, which is isang bansa, isang bukas at sabay sa pag-unlad. Is actually, if you put it in, is actually summarized in 2 words: inclusive growth, which is also a program of the government right now.
That was their themes, Philippine Independence.
That's right, the inclusive
pitching
growth.
in for inclusive growth.
In the corporate setting, it simply means that if you're growing your business, you have to be aware of the environment and the community where you're doing your business. So when you grow, you take along your stakeholders, and of course one of them is one of the stakeholders, the employees and the internal organization. So basically, it also defines corporate social responsibility, wherein the business is aware of the impact of its operations to the community and the environment.
Have you seen the impact of your project so far?
Oh yeah, like in our case, we've electrified around 300,000 households nationwide. And we made a survey that and it shows actually that there are changes ranging from improvement in lifestyles all the way to actually even population control in some areas where they had light for the first time outside of kerosene lamps that they've been using. Even improvement in the health issue, because like if you use kerosene, most of them had respiratory diseases, but right now because they shifted to solar, then they, it cut actually the rate of disease.
Among the different committees which you mentioned, education, health, environment, enterprise development, and meron ding arts and culture,
Yeah,
right?
arts and culture, yeah.
Among these committees, which do we need the most, at least here in our country?
Well, you know what, based on the membership alone, the biggest membership among the 5 committees is actually in education. So many of them have major education programs ranging from nutrition to even effective parenting, all the way to the development of curriculum and the training of teachers. So we have a whole gamut of
You have one,
programs.
the 5775.
Oh yeah, 5775,
What was this?
which is actually 5775 is actually scores, national test scores. Before it was an average of 57 nationwide.
Average grade
yeah,
ng
average
student
grade,
is 57.
57, 70. We would want them to bring it to a passing grade of 75. And we also have the 10 moves
Yung 10
program.
pesos?
The 10 pesos.
Yeah.
This is to help construct school buildings for the public schools
How much have
nationwide.
you raised so far with the
I think
10 pesos?
well, I think it's in the hundreds of millions already, and in commitment and in donations. And actually, we've already constructed some schools coming from these 10 moves.
How many have you constructed
Well,
so far?
that's thousands of buildings probably, because I lost count. Actually, we're trying to currently we're trying to account, how much did we collect so far and how many did we construct. But we've done a lot, so nationwide, and it really helped, especially with the K-12 program of the DepEd.
With the 5775, where are we now? 70, 75? Getting there?
So getting there, almost. Almost.
How
And
are you
know,
doing it?
In our case, we have a program in the area where we operate in Pangasinan on the reading. When we came in with the program, the number of readers and students is 2 out of 10. But when we left, when we ended the program after 3 years, it increased to 9 out of 10.
Wait, that's good.
So
In 3 years.
And the same thing with other programs of other corporate foundations. It's very important that we evaluate the impact of our program, so we know what would be the next step. So,
Are most companies now open to having a program such as what you have elaborated to us?
Oh, yes,
Or are they still hesitant because of the costs?
I think no. Again, CSR, I think we were able to successfully tell these companies that CSR should not be an incremental cost. It should be it should add to your incremental bottom line. And especially now, when consumers are really are getting intelligent, they try to find out if you're if you're socially responsible, and they won't buy your product if you're not. And with all the communication, social media, I think most of the companies are really considering doing CSR, not only as an incremental activity, but part of the daily operations of the business.
But not all CSRs or foundations are part of the League of Corporate Foundations.
Not yet. So we're inviting everyone. They could join the CSR Expo, and you can see how we operate, and probably we can entice them to be part of the League of Corporate Foundations, and we can guide them towards having an effective CSR program that would contribute even to the bottom line.
And you can also work with other foundations of other companies to join together and
So the reason why
pursue your projects.
the LCF was established is to be more the smart approach into CSR, because if you go to an area and there will be 5 companies doing the same program, it's going to be repetitive. Yeah. But if you, like in this case, like one foundation will say, I can do the building, okay, I will do the teacher training, the other one will say, so it's more smart and it's more effective.
Do you also look into some groups who may not be forthright with their programs?
Oh yeah, we guide. We actually the CSRI is there to guide them, to tell them what would be an effective program for them that would help to sustain their operations. Again, CSR also should contribute to the sustainability of the company, which is being practiced by all more than 70 members of the League of Corporate Foundations.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and that's going to be on July 4 and 5.
July 4 and 5, SMX Convention Center, CSR Expo.
Okay, Ricky De Castro, Vice Chair, LCF, for the CSR Expo 2013 as well.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning,
for this
Ricky.
opportunity.
On Solar News Channel.